PTG, Proxy Table Gaming, Hyper G, and Lucky Sixes in the house.
Hello, we're here for another battle report. A
We
musical this
are.
time, where we do nothing but sing.
No.
Every series has a musical episode.
Yes, it does. It will not be this one. I mean, I'm not ruling it out for the
This
future.
is the first turn.
If you and Gobbo want to come together
Alright,
for
we'll think
a
about it.
musical interlude, then feel free.
We can do some
Um,
comments for themes, please. We'll get one going.
yeah, absolutely. And who you want to accompany Lucky Sixes on this?
All-star
My
cast.
voice is monotone enough. Let's not get it into the musical side of things. Right, it's not Hobgoblin week. Do not be confused.
No, but we are going back to it.
Yeah, we are because we were asked to give more Hobgoblin lists. So
Yeah, man.
you thought you'd have a go, didn't you?
I had a little flurry. Sort of think. When we do all these things, we try and keep it as different as possible as well. There was a
Yeah.
few things that weren't in your list that caught my eye when we did the review, so I wanted to get them in, and then it was just a case of like changing it up where we could to go. So yeah, I'm a hobgoblin today, boys and girls.
Absolutely. And on the other side of the greenskins, I'm greenskins, orcs and goblins. Gobbo has finished a batch of models for me, which is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Been working on a little while, which is cool. So I decided to bring pretty much all the models that he's recently painted out in one battle, and most of it together makes up nearly a complete army. So there's only actually a few of the models in this army that he hasn't painted very recently for me, which is really cool. So what do we do? Refuse flank and breakthrough. So refuse flank was the same one that we got for the last Hobgoblins battle, actually.
It was, yeah. Not planned, it's just rolled.
No, just rolled, exactly. We're still on the tabletop, which is nice.
Yeah, we are, baby.
Yeah. These are proxied Hobgoblins, of course, but these ones have turned into highborn elves, haven't they?
Yes. Yeah, we're going back to our roots of proxying things. They
Absolutely.
still look
I'm
nice.
not.
No.
I'm not. I'm completely non-proxied, I think, almost entirely. He says. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So, like I say, this list was formed based on what Gobbo has painted for me recently. It isn't necessarily what Lucky Sixes would call my list or whatever, but it's a list I might take forward if it works or if I like it.
Yeah.
So it's based around trolls, obviously, because that's what I do with Orcs and Goblins. Trolls. I don't think I will ever not want to take trolls, if I'm honest.
They're awesome.
I just love trolls, you know.
Hashtag love trolls.
Absolutely.
Tell us about your stories where you've loved trolls.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not talking...
No X's, though, please.
We're not talking the... is it DreamWorks or is it Disney Pixar? I think it's DreamWorks trolls, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yes, not them.
Any troll. We'll have a troll hour. We'll do a video on troll hour.
Okay.
Mate, it'll mainly be Tommy T trolling us.
Yes. Well, he does that most hours anyway.
No, you've got the wrong concept.
But apart from the trolls, I've still got my two boar generals. One being a warlord, the Iron Orc. Only one is an Iron Orc this time, which confused you throughout the whole battle.
I couldn't get it.
You couldn't understand which one was the Iron Orc and which one was the Feral Orc.
So as soon as I got it right, so that is Orc Warlord Iron Orc. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
So he has got a 1-up armor save, 5-up Aegis, Lance with Blessed Inscriptions, and he is actually carrying Talisman of the Void for the extra channel, which is always an item in my list nowadays.
Yeah.
The Orc Shaman is a master shamanism, Feral Orc. Paired weapons, Skull Fetish, which is a really cool item, which actually the Master Nav brought to my attention. I didn't really get it. I didn't think it was really worth the points. It's 70 points. But basically, you get a channel if you've got more units in combat than you've got fleeing. And
if you look at my unit, right? Not just...
each unit you've got in combat adds a channel. minus the units you've got fleeing. Well, this list and the list that Nav used it in when he showed me it, not a lot flees. It either dies or it blows up. So it's quite a lot of the time. Yeah, you're in combat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went with Skull Fetish. So thank you, Nav, for pointing that out to me. And Rod of Battle, just for an extra hitting power, because orcs struggle to hit. They're pretty good at wounding, but they're not great at hitting.
Yeah.
The BSB is on the Warboar. He's the Feral Orc, so he's got a little bit more armor with the Alchemist alloy.
Feral Orc, Orc Chief, BSB.
You got it, yes. And Obsidian Rock, Aether Icon, and Stalker Standard. And I completely forget Stalker Standard when we do deployment, but never mind. You'll see what I mean by that in a moment. I also, at last minute, stuck in a Goblin King on a Cave Nasher because Gobbo had delivered me the models that I had bought from the aforementioned Tommy T. And he had some Cave Nasher goblins, and I just wanted to include one of them.
Yeah.
So I did. The core is made up of 35 Orc Ed Bashers, Feral Orcs, Mammoth Stabber, and Banner of Speed. I'll say about their formation when we deploy them. And then making up core nicely is the 5 Orc, 4 Riders, Feral Orcs, paired weapons. 9 Trolls, Cave Trolls. They'll always be Cave Trolls because they're the best kind of Trolls. Yeah. 10 mounted Ed Bashers, Feral Orcs again, with paired weapons and Banner of Speed. So they're pretty quick. The 3 Goblin Wolf Riders, you saw me unboxing them from Gobbo way back when. Yeah. And I think they have seen a battle or two in the meantime. But this time they're finally accompanied by actual Orcs and Goblins, which is cool. And 2 units of 10 Nasher herds, which the last time my Orcs and Goblins came out to play, I was proxying them. Not anymore, boys and girls. No. And then I just got 5 Goblin Raiders for a bit of chaff.
Bit of chaff.
Yeah. And your Hobgoblin list, take it away.
Yeah, so first thing I wanted was the Alpha Karkadan. I whacked him in there. Originally, I didn't realise he was just a mount. I think I got in my head that he was a thing, so I was looking for him the special and rare, and I was like, I can't find him.
Okay.
But yeah, so got him on. Figured I can't really improve his armor save or Aegis or anything like that, so I'll give him pairs weapons hero attack. The guy on top has 6 attacks at strength 5, AP 3. That's pretty ballsy alongside the Alpha Karkadan as well. Zartos change means people's defensive skill was lower, which again just helps my hitting and stuff like that, especially for the Karkadan itself. And Talisman of Void just because I had some points left over at the end. Went with 2 Wizard Masters for basically just Pyro for range, Shamanism for when you get in, and being in him I wanted to try Breath of the Brass Bull. So
you totally forgot that the whole of the battle.
I did, actually, as well. So I wanted to try it, and that would have been amazing.
It would.
Actually,
we know why, but they don't. But so let's not make too much of that.
But so didn't end up using it. But I put it on the Shamanism because I thought he might be in combat.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin Chief, BSB. So Death Head Aura gives him a 1-up. He's on foot. And a 3-up against Special, which originally I was like, this is ridiculous. This is OP. Then I realised it was Special and not Aegis or other stuff. So
it's not quite as good.
Not quite as good. But and then Archery Commander, which I did forget at the start, but I corrected halfway through.
Yeah, so you went Archery Commander, whereas I went Cavalry Commander. So already we're switching up a bit. And also I mean, the Karkadan, so.
Doing that, the core pretty much the same. Only I went for a halberd instead of hob levies. Did I pay for paired weapons as well? No. Why have I paid for paired weapons?
I think they're free. Paired weapons are free. And then you can choose it because they're Yeah, you can choose any weapons.
But I never chose to be different things. I just wanted those. My main thing, I wanted to try the Lucky 6 Disciples. See how they did in the list.
I think they're called Tyranno Disciples.
Well, these ones are the Lucky 6 Disciples. Cause
they're the Lucky 6. Right, I see. Gotcha.
The cult of Lucky Sixes has started, thank you.
It's a real thing.
Green type banner on them and put in the drum Gogiak in there just to see if it's any good. I know it gives bodyguard, which is good on its own anyway, but see if it adds anything else. 10 Eternals were, I'm not going to lie, they were my last entry. I just wanted to fit them in, and 10 with the musician worked in perfect because I wanted to try out 2 Hoblisters and 2 lots of Sky Mountain emissaries, which, like the Lead Belchers, work very good on paper. So I like the idea of D6 shots, strength 4 AP2. Strength 4 AP2 shots, I've said this before, so I'll probably say it again, I think is incredible.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
yeah, absolutely. Cool. Right. So, yeah, we are on the tabletop, which is awesome. Still in the den, the man cave. HQ, whatever you want to call it. So, what have we... Yeah, it is the office.
Got my underwear on show as well. On the old...
Oh, yeah, nice pink things.
Pink briefs.
That's the only way to go, isn't it? So, on the right-hand side for me, I've got the mounted Ed Bashers with both my mounted characters. BSB and General. I've got 2 units of Cave Nashers, or Nasher Herd. I've got the Cave Nasher Goblin King. He is a king, not just a chief, so he can pack a punch. Then the Goblin Raiders and the Cave Trolls behind. And then a big block of Feral Ed Bashers, which I am 7 wide. And why am I 7 wide? Because I didn't have an 8 wide movement tray. How lazy am I?
I said lazy.
Oh, what a douchebag. And the thing is, I knew I was only 7 wide and I knew it wasn't optimal. But I just did it anyway because I didn't have an 8 wide movement tray. I probably did as well. I just didn't bother to look for it. But,
sure, yeah.
Whatever, Harry. And I don't... did I have a...
It's just showing your...
Kind of finish off my deployment, I guess. The Goblin Wolf Riders are behind the hill because you dropped for first before I'm getting very good at winning the roll-off for choosing sides.
Classic.
When I don't want to. Because I would not have let you drop for first if I had the choice. At least I don't think so anyway. So I deployed the Goblins behind the hill so that your Sky Emissaries couldn't shoot them turn 1 very easily.
Yes.
Or your Slingers, I guess. Because I know that with deploying the Goblin Chariots away from my general like that, they're going to panic. And they're going to be gone if they take so much as a light breeze. So, and then just the scoring unit of Orc Boys Paradox on the left-hand side. And they are more than 30 inches away from your shooting unit. So, do you want to take it away for your army?
So from this point of view, we've got the Knights of Rhymer models are the
Eternals.
Didn't really have a use from my point of view because the Goblin Scimitars work against large stuff, and there isn't really any large stuff that I want to get involved in.
Yeah, the only large I've got is large infantry, which it doesn't count on.
Yeah, so they are I considered them flanking and late game stuff, so they'll go there. 3 lots of the Sky Mountain things. Emissaries. Slingers. The Lucky 6 Disciples with the drum, in which case the chosen chariot is the drum.
Naturally.
Some more emissaries posing as chosen knights. Then the Chimera is the big Alpha Karkadan.
Yeah.
Again, choosing the scariest models I have to be those. Then the Halberds are the next unit spears. They have my archery BSB in, and my shamanism master. The slingers just in front of them. This is after Vanguard, and on the right is my unit of spear and bow.
Hob
levies. I've got a bolt thrower just behind, next to and behind the Karkadan. You can't quite see in this picture, and one just over to the right, on the right side. Or
and
as
in
you're
fact,
looking at it.
Yeah, we got another angle from the other side here.
Yeah, we go. They're the bolt throwers.
And you did actually change your vanguard. You didn't put the slingers on the hill. You put them behind.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was going to put them on the hill, but I thought I want them to come in over this way as much as possible because this is where all my shooting is, really.
Yeah, exactly. There's that. Yeah. And you will have first turn.
I will have first turn, and that's what I do.
As is tradition. So we did a few close-ups of the new models that Gobbo has painted for me. The two characters are not new, so they kind of bring down the standard of the unit. They're painted by me. But still, as I always say, they're good enough for me. These are all models that I bought from Tommy Tucker, actually. Very nice one. Thank you, Tommy. And then Gobbo's been painting for me, including the Nashers. So, yeah. Bringing them into the game as well. I didn't paint the trolls, neither did Gobbo. They were bought like that, but they're awesome. That's one of Tommy T's Cave Nasher, actually. The Goblin is one of his. Some ferals, they look beautiful. I know Gobbo was a little bit disappointed that I didn't go for a bit more of a adventurous colour scheme. I was like, no, my orcs are all just green and red. It's all very boring. Please just paint them green and red. And he's like, no, you want a little bit of blue and a little bit of yellow. Don't. I think at one point he actually sent me a picture of one of them that he'd painted blue and yellow. And I was like, what have you done? I said, green and red. He was like, yeah, I'm just messing with you. He actually took the time to paint one incorrectly.
That's the kind of guy he is. Just to wind
me up. Yeah,
exactly. It's the kind of guy he is.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah. So there you go. Sweet. And that's from your side of things. Yeah. Cool. Here we go.
I come up to garrison the wall with both my units, thinking they're defensive-minded units anyway, and that just adds to it. Slingers go in front of both my units, have a little shuffle. Stupidly, by an inch, I don't move the emissaries up next to the bolt thrower. I assumed they were in range of stuff. Spoiler.
Oh, right, okay.
Spoiler.
Sure. Yeah, you actually asked me had I intentionally left my unit out of
I did it in the shooting phase. I was like,
no, I hadn't.
And it was by an inch, so you did well.
Yeah, sure. I didn't know.
Moving my Karkadan there was because so that I could see your unit, and I could see them. I just couldn't reach.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But at this point as well, because it's the movement phase, I haven't realised the archery commander is in the wrong unit either. So.
Yes, he is an archery commander without any archers.
Yeah, he commands them. He says, "Right, loose, guys."
Well, they're just looking at their halberds.
A bit of work to do later on. They move on the hill, and I didn't know what to do with the Eternals. I was going to move them. There was just space to move them around the right, but then, and I didn't originally do that, and then I thought they're just going to be rubbish in the game, so I'll put them this way and see what they can do. I'm not expecting them to.
They have got Hobgoblin scimitars, but without the bonus that gives you, you're actually only strength 3, AP 1. It's just pants, isn't it?
They're okay in the flanks, not against anything good, but it's like support later on.
You've got 2 up armor save, but it's really not going to do a lot. Yeah. Cool. So that's how we're looking at the end of your movement phase.
Yep, absolutely. And overview.
Time to open up.
Yeah. So it's a bit focus fire on the chaff. Don't quite get your chap.
Yeah, sure.
But otherwise, just focusing literally everything I can on these guys.
Yeah, I stopped Scorching Salvo, but I can't stop Pyroclastic Blow and Fireball.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe I'd have one Wolf Rider left. And Blaze hit the Cave Nasher twice and did 2 wounds, so that was good going. I mean, it is AP2. I had a 3 up armor save, failed both my armors.
Yeah.
To be expected, really. You also... this must be shooting.
Yeah.
Because your Sky Emissaries couldn't shoot my mounted dudes, so they ended up shooting some Nashers instead, didn't they?
Indeed.
Yeah. And you kill one of the these guys.
I think both the bolt throwers missed.
Yes, I think this was the bows doing this, wasn't it? I mean, I don't have a lot of armor on them, it's only 5 up, 6 up, but
no.
You're wounded on 5s is your issue.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, but yeah, so plinking. Would like to do more in the shooting, but the magic was pretty good. So we'll see. We'll go from there.
Absolutely. Going into my turn, I declare a charge first of all with this small unit of Nashers on the slingers to the right. You flee through your unit and you don't panic. You've obviously got a discipline 9 rerollable going on.
Yeah, discipline 9, which is the main thing, and 18 inches. So yeah,
it's very very cool. And I redirect my charge into the other slingers, and you do exactly the same. Just flee through your unit. Very nice.
I figure that's what they're there for, to flee.
Yeah, you're playing them like they're saurians. Which is good stuff. I do not declare any other charges. I don't think. No, I don't think I do. I decided to just move up to guarantee a future charge with my mounted Ed Bashers. It was a long charge. I think I needed an 11. And I didn't call the war cry. Basically because I knew you were probably going to flee with the slingers. Yeah. So I didn't want to waste it needing 11s. Even if you need 11s and it goes down to 10s, it's still a bit of a waste, I think. Whereas if you can make 8s into 7s, I think that's very useful. So I just move up. I know you are defending the obstacle as well. So I figure that I leave you like 8s and 9s for your charge if you want to charge me. Yeah. So I'm thinking you probably won't want to charge one of them because you can't guarantee getting both of them. If you got both of them in, I think you might have considered it. But even so, they're only hob levies, so
they're not great.
Yeah. So I wanted to bide my time with that, really.
Yeah.
I moved my character, Goblin King, forward just so you have to kill him.
Yeah.
He's basically chaff, but not really.
Just annoying for me.
Yeah. Just in the middle. I want to move my trolls more aggressively forwards. But I realise that I can't do that without getting out 12 inches of my general on BSB.
Yeah.
So they're kind of a little bit stunted in their aggressiveness, really. And they have to angle in that way so that they're still.
And it's so important inches. To a unit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, the stupid rule would just cripple them if they're not within BSB in general's range. So over on this side, I am aggressive with my feral orcs because I know your lucky 6 disciples can't wheel past the Nasher.
Yes.
Which is fine. But even if they wanted to charge into my ferals, that's the end game anyway. So I'm fine with them not being able to, obviously. But,
absolutely.
And I'm fine with your Sky emissaries charging the ferals as well. I feel like I can just cut them to pieces. So I'm literally moving 10 inches forwards with the ferals. The goblin chariots move onto the hill, but don't be too aggressive because, like I say, anything gets into them and they're dead.
Yeah, it's a good spot for them.
They need to be charging. They need to be. So re-rolling on the hill is cool. And the ball boys just moving up as well. Not going too gung ho. It is breakthrough, so obviously we're both trying to break through each other. But at the moment, the line is covered pretty much the whole way. Just moving up closer to them, really. I get Awaken the Beast for resilience on the goblin chariots, just to make them res 5. I figure you might fancy a few shots on them at strength 4.
Yeah, I did, and I did think about. I'd let this one go in the end, but I did think about dispelling it. Because I was like, it would be useful if I could get them down to 2. But I'd let this one go because there was another one I wanted to stop.
Yeah, it was good actually because when I decided to cast it, I was like, is it worth it? Is he just going to let it go and not even care? But then when you considered dispelling it, I was like, oh, good, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because you actually had to think about it. Yeah. I mean, you let it go anyway.
I did. I think I was trying to convince myself to stop it so that I could put something against this unit. And then I was like, I can't. There's just other more important things at the minute, which we'll see, actually.
Which was this. And I got it off anyway.
Never save your dice, people. It never works.
No, it doesn't. So Titanic Summon is coming on. Absolutely. And with the Breath Weapon, do 2 wounds.
Yep.
Obviously, my Breath Weapon failed against your Necromancer General. And this one wasn't
it did the same as this. It's consistent.
One more wound this time around.
I think you did two, didn't you?
No, I did one.
Oh, right, okay.
But this one has better res and better armor. I did more against this one. Still wouldn't have killed him, but anyway, yeah. So there's that. I refuse to use a Vargeist model.
Yes.
For it because of the failure of my previous borrowed Vargeist, so I used the Eagle instead. So, cool. Over to your turn.
Yeah, Slingers Rally. Don't declare any charges from this point of view. I move. Just see it in the middle there. Well, on the left of this picture, on the right now. My Karkanen in the middle just sort of backs up a little bit to get a line. Again, think my Slinger's behind Rally, which is great, but just thinking I can pop off this guy and I don't need to commit anything really too much.
No, the chaff didn't work. The plant, the little teasing thing that I offered, you didn't go for it.
Yeah, I've got enough ways to kill that guy, and if he wants to charge anything, great.
We both know he's not going to survive to see turn 2.
Yeah, moved my Pyro Master out of the Disciples into the Slingers that have rallied at the back, just so that if I get anything Pyro wise, I can put the Strength 6 into this guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just shuffle.
And over there.
And then this time I do go, well, they're not going to do anything against these guys because I've realised they're only Strength 3, and I'm like, so I run around this way to go this way, basically.
Yeah, try and sneak around the side for a breakthrough, really.
Out of line of sights and stuff like that. But you use them as an objective winner or something.
Absolutely, yeah. I think I stopped Scorching Salvo again.
Yes.
Or did I?
Or did you?
No, I don't think you cast it, actually.
I cast Pyro Flow on the squigs and get the blaze off on the thing, which is perfect, I think, from my point of view.
You first of all, you burned some dice on Awaken the Beast, I think, didn't you?
Yeah,
no.
I rezzed up. Oh, no, I put my strength up on the Disciples, which you let off.
Yes, that's right.
So I was very interested in that.
I think you left yourself with one dice after casting Pyro Flow, so I knew that Fireball was coming. And you rolled double 6 on your Pyroclastic Flow. That was it.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
So you put Awaken the Beast up for strength. I let that go. With 2 dice, you double 6'd Pyroclastic Flow.
Sure.
I think I had 3 or 4 dice to dispel with. And while you're probably going to dispel a 13 on 4 dice, it's not as guaranteed. So I let Pyro go. It did the business and killed off the Nasher. Yeah. And then obviously I had 4 dice to stop Fireball. I think you rolled a 1 anyway.
Everything else stopped. Yeah. But I was interested. Originally, I actually thought you worried me because I thought that your ferals were a higher agility than I thought, and you let the strength off, thinking that well, I'm going to go first anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I was like, oh crap, I've just made the biggest mistake ever. But
I just let it go.
Yeah. So you did worry me by doing that, actually.
I guess actually, I was too concerned with keeping things alive to pyromancy. And you're right, I should have been dispelling Awaken the Beast, really. Based on the fact that I am going to be charging my ferals in. That isn't, not doing that is not a consideration. So really, I should have been dispelling the strength, really. Cool. Shooting-wise.
Yeah, shooting goes much better in my point of view, and I get 5 of, so half the unit pretty much, slightly more. But happy days, really. Even without the slingers, which is interesting.
Really, really cool. Yeah. Over here, you kill the ferals.
Yeah, well. Let's go as much as we can. Really, at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And turn 2, I declare the war cry. So, like I say, this was where I was turning my longer charges into makeable charges, pretty much. The Nashers have got a fair way to go, but obviously now they're movement 6. They were already Swift Stride anyway. But yes, and I go for it, even though you're defending the obstacle. I know that's going to be -1 to hit, but magic-wise, I've got the Orc Hereditary for rerolls to hit, and I've got Rod of Battle for +1 to hit. I've got Awaken the Beast for extra strength. I think I've got enough to mitigate the obstacle, so I'm going for it anyway. and I'm hoping just to kill as many of those hoblevies as I can. I do go for this, so like no surprises there, which said I was going to. So I know that, especially now I've let you be strength 4. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, so we'll be going at the same time rather
yes,
than
I'll be agility
me
3
first.
on the charge.
So yeah.
It's funny though how much you were panicking that you.
Yeah, I
was
was
wrong.
like, because I was new army, I was like, I must have got it wrong. I must have.
Yeah. I think I was thinking I was militants with the high agility. Going first is massive. So, but we are going at the same time, so it's not quite as bad as the Goblin Chariots declare a decent. I think I need a 7 actually because of the war cry. Charge on these guys, and you fled it.
Yeah, it's way too close.
Absolutely the right thing to do. You fled all the way, and I get in with my barrels. Of course, they didn't need very much at all.
Very
they were
interesting.
banner of speed and movement 6 now. So there's that precariously balanced on top of the hill.
Hey, it's up to you. You do what you want with your models, mate.
Not like they're newly painted or anything. Get in like so. There was the opportunity to crisscross and have the Nashers on the right. For one reason or another, I decided I wanted more Nasher attacks.
Yeah,
I think I had
there was a
to
question. Yeah,
Nashers,
so we had a question here, which we decided to just leave like this. But so both the units are garrisoning the wall.
Yes.
And are adjacent, and I originally thought that you couldn't do this because then you'd be touching the spears on the right, and obviously you can't charge 2 units. However, you pointed out that the wall is apart. It's like it isn't just like a see-through thing. So, bearing in mind that we're adjacent to the wall. The wall's things. You're all along that side of the wall. Is this illegal? It didn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things.
No.
But
yeah, because if it just switches the units round, I still get the same amount of feral orcs in.
Yeah, still get the
same.
I
guess I have to make way with only 1 character instead of 2, though. That would be a difference.
Sure. Okay.
Only have 1 character if I was the other way around.
Yeah.
So.
And obviously you'd have to, because if you had to do it the other way round, then the Nashers would be over on the right side, so that you weren't then touching the other unit.
Yes.
And then the overlapping diagonally sort of thing. And yeah, the feral orcs would be on the other side, and both characters would be out. So we didn't know whether this is right or whether they should be switched around. They're possible
should I be
for both.
On top of the wall instead of actually behind it? But on top of the wall didn't really sound right because you were still defending it. But I guess I am coming over it, and the advantage is you're sticking me with pointy things as I climb over.
So let us know in the comments. Really, is what it does. This technically class as touching the right unit.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what we need to
know. And obviously they are not in combat, so.
Well, with them.
Because you can't charge 2 units at once. Cool.
We should say at this point though that that unit is in combat with some random movers. The unit on the
yes, right. There might be a picture of that in a minute.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Can't remember. We'll see it in a minute.
Sure.
These guys move all the way up because there's no threat from the Eternals anymore. I'm hoping that either you won't rally with your Sky Emissaries, or they can then move further.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Obviously, the chariots have failed their charge. And the trolls move up aggressively. They need to keep up with their general and BSB, really. But either way, I was always going to be quite aggressive with them. I don't think anything really wants to charge them. Even your Karkadan can do a bit of hurt, but with 4-up fortitude, it halves the amount of damage he does. You don't get your stomp attacks against them. And also, with the Troll Belch being AP 10, the Karkadan's only got a 3-up armor save. I know it's wounding on 5s, but I don't think anything fancies going into those trolls.
I don't like
which
that
is unit. It's the why I love trolls, really.
Yeah, man.
there's so many things that don't want to fight them.
There are armies that can't deal with it.
Exactly, and there are armies that can, like anything with flaming attacks. But I mean, you've got pyro, but that doesn't really slow them down that much.
Magic resistance.
Exactly. Cool. Here is the random mover. I decided to totemic summon into their flank just to stop their countercharge. I figure my totemic summon can hold you for this turn. I know I'm like down by 4, 3 ranks and a banner.
No, I don't get ranks.
No, you haven't got ranks.
So
that's right.
Wide,
yeah. So I'm figuring I can hold, and it wasn't massively beneficial to kill your bolt thrower. It was only 100 points, and I figure it was better to stop them charging into the flank of my ball boys, because I know that your unit I've charged is going to be steadfast.
Yes. Even
if I kill a hell of a lot. So I wanted to keep the flank charge away for them. Bring the pain on your Lucky Sixes disciples. So a rerolls to hit, which means a bloodbath becomes a slaughterhouse, basically.
Yeah.
But we are attacking at the same time, so cool. But crucially, that is the only spell I managed to get through. You stopped Awaken the Beast, I think. Did you?
I stopped your other spells. I can't remember.
Yeah, and Rod of Battle, you definitely stopped.
Yeah.
And this is the bloodbath. Wow. What was it? 25.
So in my turn, I rolled first, and I was debating what to actually attack. That whole, as you're looking at it now, right side of the Chosen Chariot went for the Shaman. So I'd literally dedicated everything at the Shaman, and the left side
that could.
And left side went against the Ferals. So they still did like 15 wounds, which was amazing.
Really good.
But crucially, and like by loads, I killed the Shaman.
Yeah.
It was like overkill central. Obviously,
I think you had like 4 more wounds than you needed to.
But
obviously then I go back and kill
25. Killed 25 of them.
And I think I killed 3 with impact hits as well.
Yeah, just mental, absolutely mental.
There's only 5 disciples left at the end of it. You started with 33, didn't you?
Yeah, but thankfully bodyguard, right? So
absolutely, yeah. I did debate attacking the drum with some of my ferals, but I'm strength 5 and you're res 6. So winning on 5s it's a debate. How many do you need to kill the drum? I think you had like 5 wounds, didn't he? So
5 wounds and a 3-up armor as well. So he's not. He's hard to shift. But obviously, you kill 25 things or 33, 28 things a turn.
Yeah. I guess I'm actually close to wiping out the unit. I was only 5 wounds away from killing the unit. Actually, if I'd rolled I did roll fairly well. If I'd rolled a little bit
the reroll
better,
to hit and all the battle focus, you annihilated them.
Yeah, absolutely. But it all sticks going into your turn. However, there's other combats going on in my turn too. That's the reform, basically. I just move so that the Karkadan is in my front instead of my flank.
Yes.
There's that. Over here, I whiffed with my Nashers a bit, didn't I?
You did 10 in total. 11 in total.
Yeah, I was hitting on 3s though with my Nashers and wounding on 2s.
So the big thing is the distracting, isn't it? Here.
Yes, I was hitting on 4s. Yeah.
So everything. I managed to kill the unit on the right. I actually rolled really badly to wound. Like everything else was alright, but to wound on the Nashers. But not badly, just like below average.
But very few attacked the Boar Boys, and they killed 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think your wizard actually killed my champion, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
My Boar Boy champion,
he did,
which was crazy.
Thing,
yeah.
But otherwise, you win by loads. I'm steadfast, and I stick around.
I don't think I did win by loads. I think I won by like 1. Because I killed 10 and you killed 9.
By a few. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So I think it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. But either way, I have chaffed the unit on the right. So, stop them. Those wounds are not on him. You hold your steadfast and you reform to face him.
Hold and turn to face. I'm now 5 wide, facing to the right.
Yeah, so I don't think they actually got to shoot after the archery
No,
commander joined them.
no.
Which is quite funny. Cool. Going into that's the end of turn 2 overview.
Little overview.
And yeah, turn 3 for the Hobgoblins.
Yeah, so I decided to get him in here because I felt like I needed it. Basically, I sort of knew the disciples of Lucky Sixes were due to die soon, but felt that I could still win combat and do enough wounds here with him and the Gagalag, the jug of Gagalag or whatever it is.
Absolutely, and you get in. I think that was the only charge you declared. Actually,
I think so. Yeah, I debated other things, but this unit of emissaries in the chosen knight ones needed chaff. Basically, need to stop this unit from doing anything. The ones on the left rally, and everything else sort of just shuffles and moves around. Move my master out now, so that he's in the river, just because there's no range against him. And everything sort of faces towards the trolls to just plink away and just stop them having any impact on the game, really.
Absolutely. And over here, your Eternals come back because I completely ignored them. It was all a ploy.
They're a proper Hobgoblin unit. They change their mind every turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they don't want to commit to doing anything. But will do stuff to be a bit sneaky. So
you know what I've realised, which will only come into play next turn?
What's that?
I'll say it when we get to it, actually, but it's funny.
How intriguing.
Yeah, it is actually really intriguing, but I think it changes. Yeah. All right. You get a decent magic phase, actually. You rolled a double 1 on your Awaken the Beast, which was hilarious.
Oddly.
And then you followed up with Savage Fury, which I think was mainly to get scarification on.
Yeah, a little bit, but also the battle focus I was hoping would finish off the unit of squigs.
And then you actually managed to get through a Break the Spirit as well. I can't remember. I think I was dispelling Flaming Swords, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I dispelled, but you managed to sneak off a Break the Spirit on my characters as well, which is handy. Over here, you deal with the Totemic Summon. It runs, it flees off the board.
So I lose a few, but then I just turn again 5 wide, facing now south,
the flank,
west.
But
future.
The summon did his job. So I
absolutely.
was content enough with that, really. Obviously, I could have killed the bolt thrower if I'd have done something different, but then they would have been in my character's flank earlier. So more death. Your Karkadan rolled a 7 impact hits and 7 stomps. 6 stomps.
Yeah. And then
on the dice
only
twice.
did 1 wound in actual combat.
Yes. So you killed 13 or so. Maybe you didn't wound with all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did 13 hits.
The guy on top did all right. But yeah, you killed my unit. I killed yours. Apart from the command. Well. Apart from the command. And,
I actually allocated 9 attacks against your drum this time round. Which was the minimum that I could, for the record. But I didn't wound it, so clearly I would have needed quite an effort to have got rid of that drum. It's really tough.
It is actually. Tough. Yeah, I was surprised actually with it.
I mean, I'm not really sure Res 6 is right for a drum. Really? It depends what it actually is.
It's a decent amount of attacks for a drum.
Yeah.
As well.
So it's hard to imagine what it really is, but whatever. 220 points, I think the Res 6 is.
It was trying its desperate to be a chosen chariot.
Absolutely.
So.
Cool. Yeah, but the ferals are not long for this. They will be auto breaking.
Yeah, but I let them go.
Yeah, absolutely, you do. And they do go.
They're not going to impact the game from my point of view, and there's other things I need to make sure of.
Yeah, I should mention in my turn 2, I made the most of Skull Fetish, the item, and got 3 channels out of it. So even though that shaman was only alive for 1 turn of combat, where I had units in combat, but I got 3 channels out of it, 3 Veil tokens.
Yeah.
So normally, Talisman of the Void costs 50 points. So if 1 Veil token is worth 50 points, well, I guess, Anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good exchange for 1 magic. I got 3 Veil tokens out of it for 70 points. So. Cool. You kill the Nashers. I kill a hell of a load of Hoblevies. But obviously it's not enough because you're still steadfast.
Still steadfast and still passing on the. I mean, I'm 18 inches from the Karkadan. I've got my BSP there. Should happen, but it is good that it was happening.
Yeah, really good. I mean, you can't touch my characters in combat, but that's because I think we're now in a challenge. My BSB has possibly killed your champion now.
So yeah, so perhaps he's just killed the champion. I think maybe.
Yeah, because in the first turn, your wizard killed my boar champion. Yeah. Cool. There's the overview at the end of your turn 3.
Yes.
Going into my turn 3. And right, this is what I think we might have changed my mind slightly here. Right. You know that my feral orcs were balancing on the hill by the dice. We moved the hill once I started taking casualties on the feral orcs, didn't we?
Okay, yeah.
And now my boar boys and my chariots cannot see your sky emissaries.
Sure, yeah.
Because the hill is there. But I think they both could because the hill was in front of your drum.
Yeah, they definitely could have.
So I know my chariots have got a very long charge on your emissaries, but their movement 9, I think it would have only been an 8 or a 9. And also my boar boy unit definitely could have seen them. And I think they would have...
been interesting. I would have had a stand and shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you held
No, but absolutely, yeah. So we moved it to get rid of the things.
Yeah, so I think we blocked off 2 of my units by a hill.
I don't think... Would your chariots have been able to see him?
That one I'm not sure about. I mean, we could go way...
we won't.
We won't go back.
But we did move it, which stopped your boar boys, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And
sure.
Because I know that... Well, we'll see what happens in this turn.
Yeah.
I charged the trolls in, obviously. I decided not to charge my 4 Nashers into the Hob levies because I know they're just going to die.
Yeah.
I actually went for the longer charge on the slingshot bolt thrower and failed, unfortunately. I also failed with my chariots on your... No,
drum.
You fled your drum.
Yeah.
And I failed my redirect with my chariots into your Karkadan. That was where I was going to go if I'd have passed my redirect. Because, 3d6 plus 3 strength 5 impact hits, it could have hurt him.
Absolutely.
He would have only had a 5 up ages, so I'd have been a 5 up armor. I'd have been wounded on 5s. Maybe it could have done all right. But I failed the redirect anyway. They may not have been able to see your Sky emissaries, so that might not have made a difference. But I think I probably would have declared a charge with the boar boys into your emissaries at the same time if I hadn't have been blocked by a hill. I did think when I moved them up and then they were suddenly blocked by a hill.
Yeah.
I was like, why did I move them up so aggressively when they can't see anything? Because they'd completely ignored your Eternals.
Yeah,
but it didn't even occur to me that we'd moved the hill.
Yeah, until you'd mentioned it now, I didn't even think.
Yeah. What's this all about?
So this is where we're in a challenge with my wizard, who, spoiler, didn't use Breath of the Braspel.
No.
Your general only does 1 wound to the unit completely.
Yeah, I had 4 attacks and I rolled 1, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And I was hit on 3s. Was I hit on 3s?
Yes, because of Break the Spirit.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. And then your BSB doesn't do anything against my Scarification mage, basically.
No, and you don't do anything to me because I'm tough.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously you pass your steadfast, so
which
non-event, really.
The important thing, really.
Those Sky emissaries run from the trolls.
Yeah. Don't take too many wounds, actually.
I didn't wound very well. I rolled my belch, didn't I? I rolled 6 belch attacks and only did 2 wounds. Actually, it would have killed one, actually. I wonder if that meant they couldn't roll off. You only got 2 HP each, didn't you? I
guess it would have. Well, it would have made a difference, so yeah.
They shouldn't have gone off the board then, should they? Because they only had 2 wounds.
That's all right. They weren't going to do anything. But nothing else panicked, and that's where we are with everything, really.
And my trolls only rolled 3 on their pursuit. Yeah. So they didn't go anywhere.
No.
So.
Weren't up for it.
No. You charge this in your turn 4.
Oh, obviously. Yeah, baby. I've been waiting for this. It's exactly what my
Mm.
bows wanted to do. And charge! What? What? Loose. She's loose. Charge! This BSB doesn't know what he wants to do in life.
No. We realised that these guys rally.
Yes.
The Feral Orcs. I rolled a 4 on my discipline test.
Yeah.
Despite getting confused with, do I round down my discipline?
Yeah, we've been playing too much D&D.
I know, yeah. Tell me about it. Round down in D&D, round up in Night Phase.
Yeah, right.
Goodness sake. Cool. And I have moved my Boar Boys to Chaff the Eternals.
Yeah, and who charged them just to see what they can do, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Obviously,
get in here.
Get in over there, and the only one that fails, because they've rallied and they're now fearless, my Karkanin tries to go into them, probably needs an 8 or something, and I think Rose a 7. So
yeah, she did roll 1 less than you needed. Yeah.
So yeah, just sits as we are, really.
Yeah. Oh yes, this was cool, wasn't it? So you charged into the flank of my characters, and I'm thinking, well, you can have as much combat res as he likes because I'm gonna just kill loads this time. Yeah. I didn't kill many last time, but this time I'm due a nice killing spree.
So
and then
we thought,
remember the hereditary spell.
The hereditary spell makes people unstable. I don't have the card here, but this is what it represents. And yeah. I mean, I was like, well, if I get them to, that's the game. I think because of the trolls are down to them and stuff. And I do really need to get them now, so the trolls don't have it. So I'll 5 dice it. I've heard good things about 5 dicing things. I've heard you get sucked off if you give 5 dice things into the void, obviously.
Although I was magic resistant. I was magic resistance 3, which is why you need an 11 base plus magic resistance 3. You need 14.
I did.
You're a master, so the +1 to that. How much does that add up to when you add your +1?
Not enough.
No.
And but I took all my fizzle back, which was nothing.
Nothing. Indeed, yeah. Sorry about that.
But yes, that was fun. And it went from a really positive, like it was like the best. I think you just see.
It was
a really good phase to I'm not gonna go crap.
Yeah, I mean, if you that's just this. I mean, if I was unstable, yeah, I mean, I'm going to do a few wounds, but combat res, I'm quite a way down.
I was like, even if you flee, I might not catch it as well. So I'd rather you just die.
Crumbled, yeah.
But no, not to be. So I tried Hobgoblin people that made that. But, not to be. I did get a fireball off, I think, in the end.
Yeah.
Or pyro flow or something like that to kill off this unit. So happy days.
Yeah. I don't know why I was dispelling. I think I used all my dice to try and stop that and failed by 1.
Rallied the drum and took some pot shots and managed to kill a troll.
Kill a troll, yeah.
So, which is
nice.
Happy.
And you also kill a chariot as well.
I kill a chariot. Cool. Happy.
Yeah. Blow through them on the charge. Well, you didn't actually kill that many.
2-1, I won. An actual thing. They didn't do that good as a unit of 10. But combat res, and I ran 11, so I'm well in front of you now.
Yeah, you're on the Phantom Hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this was annoying. So I dispelled the unstable spell. I think that's 3. I killed the wizard for overkill.
Yes.
And my you don't have scarification off this time. So my BSB actually kills your wizard for a bit of overkill. And my general kills 2 of your guys. The unit in the flank can't attack because my BSB is in a duel.
Yes.
And swirling melee doesn't cover attacking other characters.
Doesn't So even if they're part of a unit, you can only swirling melee against non-champion rank and file models. So
the unit coming in the flank wasn't actually attacking at all, which was cool for me. But as it happened, I fail my rerollable 7 discipline test because I lost by 2.
Something like that.
I lost by 2. So actually, in hindsight, I'd have rather been unstable and took a wound each because I would only have taken 1 wound per model.
Yeah.
So actually, unstable would have been better for me because, as it happens, I flee.
But I don't catch you.
You don't catch me, no, but it is your turn next.
And the unit on the flank does that weird thing when
oh yeah,
because I rolled 7 for both. So you rolled 8 away. I rolled 7 for both. But obviously because that unit was in the flank, it has to turn on the tangent. And
and obviously you're going towards my deployment zone for breakthrough.
Yeah, so that that's good anyway. But there's a weird thing where that unit can't actually see you at the moment in time. But
you've gone overrun past me, but not caught me.
Yeah, crazy.
That's a bit of a mess up in the communication. Chase after him, boys.
He's really eager.
They're there, boss.
Keep going. Keep going. Forward.
Loose.
Loose.
Going into my turn.
Stupid trolls.
Oh yeah, did I fail to rally? Yes, I did. There's a whole turn in between. Yeah. So yeah, they're stupid.
Well, this is the start of the turn, isn't it? So
yeah, I actually moved forward 6 inches, but obviously it's no good to anyone. They're just stumbling into the water. Happy cave trolls. And what kills one?
You fail to rally. Subsequently,
I do fail to rally with my
general BSB, which is huge because obviously it's my turn next,
absolutely,
and I can flee you.
Yeah, I mean it's not rerollable 9; it's just 9 the discipline because obviously the BSB fleeing, but I still fail it.
Yeah, so that's massive. Then
I declared a charge with the feral orcs, needing like loads to charge the emissaries. You stand and shoot, kill one, and I don't make it. It was a fool's hope charge, really.
Yeah.
I think I actually needed a double 6.
And you charged with the goblin chariots, and I fled, and you failed your redirect.
Yes, again, and your Eternals stay on the board, unfortunately for me. And again, we were discussing about how even if I rolled a double 6 on my goblin chariot charge, I wouldn't be able to see them because they were on the other side of the hill. But that hill wasn't there. All craziness. This is obviously the consequence of not rallying.
Yeah.
In your turn 5, I think it was now. So yeah, they're gone. Off to lead another Orc and Goblin army another day. And you declare that. Goblin chariots run. And that is it.
Yes. We wrap it up. We wrapped it up,
yeah. There wasn't anything I could do with the trolls. They would... I mean, yes, I had 2 turns of being disciplined 4, and I may have been able to roll past that test, maybe, to do something, but it doesn't really change a lot. We called it a 20-0, didn't we? Because you definitely got the objective. I only got 1 unit of Sky Emissaries, which we worked out actually shouldn't have fell off the board, and the Lucky Sixes Disciples. I got those 2 units, but they weren't worth a lot combined, were they? I lost most of my army apart from the trolls. So yeah, we called it a lucky 6s. We called it a
lucky 6s, and
but it may have been a 19, but it's as good as a 20.
Yeah, and really, it all came down to the failed leadership of your characters. I think whether or not you would have blown through both them units over time, I'm not sure.
I don't think so. I don't think I'd have had enough over the 2 turns.
They might have just held you up the whole game. But obviously would have reduced the score down. I was like, I didn't mind the list. I didn't really like the emissaries.
Sure.
A bit, like I said, they're a bit like lead vultures, where on paper actually they're really, really good, but they just don't do anything.
They don't hit.
Yeah. I'm not convinced by them at all, really. If I'm honest, everything else did a job, and I just need to remember the brass ball, really, because a scarification mage with that is pretty good. It gives them another HP as well. I forgot, but I don't think it mattered. I think you overkilled me by loads. So.
Oh yes, that's true actually. Yeah, and it showed the difference that Hob levies what they can do when they're not Discipline 6.
Yes.
I mean, I know you had 2 characters in them, but it was actually having the Karkadan at Discipline 9 nearby that made them so good. Obviously, a BSB nearby helped as well. But, I mean, if you compare the Hob levies in the battle where I failed every discipline under the sun, and they both lost to the Barkalak in 2 turns of combat, to these ones, who literally were steadfast, Discipline 9, and held on for, 4 turns of combat?
Yeah. Yeah, just kept
possibly more. It just shows the difference in that unit when you have Discipline 9, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, and I think that's when the levies become decent. Is when the characters can just tell them what to do. I guess that's. I did even before the battle. We were debating what general should be my general.
Yeah,
and it just couldn't not be the Karkadan.
No, because sometimes you want a big monster character to be able to run around without the hassle of having to discipline his army.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was the perfect choice. And having him bang in the middle, he did the job perfectly, didn't he? So.
Yeah. He didn't do much over the course of the game.
He did 13 attacks on Feral Orcs.
Yeah,
that was quite a lot.
He went into that and absolutely blitzed it that one turn. To be fair, he was awesome then. But I did feel like I was having to bring him back.
Yeah. That's true.
Don't know whether I needed Double Master, but it was cool.
I think you're at your best when you've got lots of spells.
Yeah.
I honestly do. But, I like 5 or 6 spells. I think if I have any more, it slows me down massively, which is not good when you're not a quick player anyway. For me, if I have more choice, I take longer, and that's not good when I take time. For you, you're thinking about your magic phase when you're starting your movement phase. I can't do that. So for you, I think you're great at that. You're better when you have more spells. So I think it suits you.
Yeah.
When you said you had 2 Wizard Masters, I wasn't at all surprised.
Yeah. For me, I don't often have cheap wizards. So when I could get 2 Wizard Masters, both for about 200 a pop, I was like, ooh, all right, I will. But yeah, so no, let us know whether you like the list, the Hobgoblin list, or the Orc list. Actually, both.
Yeah, sure. I mean, for the Orc list, I will be changing it a fair bit for the next one. This was very much a showcase of the models Gobbo's painted for me. There are elements that I don't like about the list. I love the painting and the models, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could take a list purely on that for long, because there's some real things I didn't like. The mounted Ed Bashers just die. They're not good. I don't think. So there will be tweaks to the Orc list, but in terms of showcasing the models, it was cool.
Yeah. So I mean, let us know if you like the list. Let us know if Hobgoblins fairly new. If that's a list you would like to try. If there's any different sort of combinations and things that are and obvious stuff that I've missed, apart from putting the archery commander in the combat unit and things like that. But yeah, what other things?
And let us know if you think that the disciples should be renamed to Lucky Six
Disciples. I think the movement has started already. There's a bit of chat on Twitter and Facebook. And obviously
there's a petition going around. I don't know if you know about the petition, do you? You started it. Of course you do.
I mean, no, is there?
Yes, there is. Yeah, you just go to luckysixes.com stroke sixes
/ disciples.
Yeah. Hashtag 666.
Yeah. Point to Lucky.
Absolutely.
I'll put it in the description, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so let us know your feedback. Obviously, comments welcome. And like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mums.
Absolutely. Always do that. Cool. Right, we'll leave it there. So see you for the next one, folks.
See you later.